It is late February, and ice is off the lake as of about 10 days ago, but the water's still cold, so you still got to wear your thermal protection. I'm in a dry suit today. The water's about upper 40s, so not freezing cold, but definitely like danger level if you were to spend some time in it. But the air temp is starting to warm up quite a bit, so right now it's still like low 50s or so, but the sun is fully out, as you can see. I'm probably going to regret leaving sunscreen at home. Yeah, so you get hot while you're out of the water, wearing your thermal protection, but you absolutely need it if you do get in the water. So right now I'm just taking a quick break, cooling down a little bit. Whew, it's been like almost 2 months since I put in some paddling effort. Did a couple little trips here and there, but I think the biggest thing if you're coming back from a break, whether that's winter or just not having paddled for a while, is really giving yourself a good form check and making sure that everything's moving right and moving smoothly. Because you can't go fast if you're not smooth. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. It's something I was taught a long time ago that has yielded a lot of benefits for me. So really, just making sure all of that's locked in. Another thing with not having paddled in a handful of weeks is you just definitely start to feel little differences and how that affects your body. So sitting at my desk for the last month and a half or so has been not great for my core. So I'm starting to feel my paddle a little bit in my back, and that can be from a few things. That can be from a paddle that's too short. That can be from bad technique. That can be from a weak core. And that's something that people like to say a lot is, paddleboarding is really good for your core. And it's kind of true. But like anything else, you have to make it good for your core. So if you're not using good technique, if you're not really engaging your core, then it's not going to be good for your core. But if you are engaging your core, if you are really making that effort to get the right technique and the right body motion, then you're going to feel it, and you'll feel a little sore like any other workout, but in the long run it'll pay off. So that's why we do it. All right, well, I'm going to finish up my break here and head upriver for a bit. Okay, so I went 2 miles up the river canyon. It started to get a little trickier to maneuver around the sandbars. I probably could keep going pretty good distance. Definitely if I put on a little bit shorter fin, but the fin's not really the issue. When you're paddling on a river or anywhere shallow, and you're really thinking, oh man, I should have a shallow fin. Well, kind of make sure you think about what it is that you're wanting to do, because your paddle blade, like this one, the average sub paddle is somewhere around 17 or 18 inches long. Even short ones are like 16. So your 9-inch fin, we'll give it 10 inches. Heck, we'll give it 11 inches for being in the fin box a little bit underwater. It's still only 11 inches versus your 16-inch paddle. So if you're trying to go distance, or if you're trying to be efficient, or if you're trying to get a workout, like what I was doing today, then the fin's not the limiting factor. It is the paddle. So in that case, you have to be in at least 18 inches, 2 feet of water in order to paddle effectively. And even then, it's kind of tricky when it's maxing out, minning out, I guess. So those are all things to keep in mind. However, if you're not trying to go for fitness, if you are trying to just have a leisurely float, or if you're going fishing or something like that, then absolutely the shallow water fins are a great option. 6-inch, 5-inch, even a 3-inch fin. Although the 3-inch fin isn't going to do a lot unless you have a lot of them. But those are all just things to keep in mind as you're paddling in shallow waters and rivers. But yeah, so I went 2 miles up, and average speed going up. My average speed on the lake was like 4.5 miles an hour. Average speed going up the river was like 3.5 miles an hour because of the current. I've turned back around, and I'm averaging closer to 5 miles an hour, but I also have a headwind. And that's something else to really consider, especially if you're in kind of canyon-y territory like this, is the funneling effect of winds and any change in the winds throughout the day. Where I am, it's pretty traditional that the winds pick up in the afternoon, and it is about 1 p.m. So I do expect having a little bit of wind heading back in to where I parked, but I checked the forecast for today. It shouldn't be too bad, hopefully. But that's been known to be wrong, so we'll find out in a bit. Back out on the lake, and it's still a beautiful, almost glassy day. It's just the lightest little breeze you can probably hear in the microphone. So got another mile to go, get back to the parking lot, but it'll be a 6-mile round trip. Pretty good time. Not bad for not being out for a few months. So